Yeah, just see it starting to go.
Oh, that's one way of getting one hung up. Hey, welcome back to Struck a Chord Firewood. What I wanted to tell you guys is we just dropped this big ass ash tree. In the beginning of the video, you see we cut it, we hinged it. I even used to come along to pull it the way I wanted. Now, am I going to hurt anything? No. I'm not the most experienced tree cutter, but I used to come along. We got it to fall where we wanted. Murphy's Law would have it. One of the trees it got caught on, and it got hung up. And it kind of got caught, one of the branches up top got caught on another one. So I shut the filming down because it was kind of a serious situation. So I ended up getting my tractor out and going underneath the tree, which I don't recommend. But it was hung up pretty good. Going underneath the tree, and I was able to roll it off of the stump. And by rolling it off of the stump, it allowed it to fall, and it fell enough to where it freed it from the one tree, and then I was able to pull the bottom of the tree out with the tractor. John Deere 4310 has saved my ass I don't know how many times. But that's how we did it. That's the only problem with dropping trees in the woods. You're not going to hurt anything other than yourself. However, you will get hung up on trees, and with this ash beetle eating all these ash trees, the least trees I got to take down, this is my woods, the least trees I got to take down in my woods, the better off it is. I process wood back here, buck it up and everything, but with the exception of that, I don't want to cut any of my own trees. I'd rather get logs delivered rather than cut my own trees, because I kind of like it back here. But if the trees are dead or diseased, like I probably have 16 ash trees within a 1 acre area here that need to come down. So I'm not happy about that. China, there you go, buddy. You're giving us that emerald ash beetle. Matter of fact, I don't know if it'll happen again, but the other day I was out here cutting trees up, and I ended up having an ash beetle land on my shoulder. I grabbed him. I should have filmed him to show everybody what he looks like, because a lot of people, even people that cut trees, don't see what they look like. And what they do, they lay their eggs on a tree. The babies burrow in, and they live in that ash tree for 2 years, eat inside the inner bark, not the outer bark. They eat inside it, and then they eventually kill the tree. You'll see a whole bunch of, I don't know if you can see it down there. You'll start to see this tree, this color. And this one here literally had hardly any leaves at all on it. You'll see how the bark here is discoloring. That's a sign that the emerald ash beetle's in it. Here's the growth from this year. This is it. This and that little piece here. Other than that, the whole top of the tree is dead. So you could probably burn this tree probably in a split. Give it a month, you could probably burn it, if not shorter. Ash is one of the best firewood trees there is. I'll argue with anybody on that. Dries quick, splits quick, grows not as fast as poplar, but it grows faster than oak, obviously. But that's where we're at. I ended up getting this tree down. Not the best situation, but we ended up getting it down all the same, just so everybody can see. So I'm going to be bucking this tree up over the next day and getting that process up here with the Easton May 1222. Split everything back here. It's cooler here. It's got to be 80 degrees out up here. And then what I'm going to do is cut it, and then we'll split it back here as well, and then we'll trailer it out and stack it. One thing I like to do for fun, how much wood, I'm always off on this, how much wood is in this tree? Okay, I'm going to give you how many cords is in this tree. You can see it, multiple branches at the top, and it comes down, and it goes off at a Y, maybe 12 feet up, 14 feet up. But it's a big ash tree. The base of it has to be 20 inches across. So put your guesses in the comment section. I would be curious to see who's close enough, because what I'll do is I'm not going to cut any more trees down. I'm just going to split this one up and stack it. And that's stacked. That's not face cords. That's how many we have. I say, and again, I'm no fucking judge of character when it comes to this shit. I say we got about a cord and a quarter. That's my guess. Let's see what you guys think. Leave your guesses in the comments section, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Have a good one. Hey, welcome back to Struck Accord Firewood. This is the ash tree that got hung up. I got it down with the tractor. I just wanted to show you real quick my setup. I have the claw grapple, and it's on forks that go to my 4310, and I have a third valve in the front with its own controller. So what I do, it's not electronic, it's all hydraulic. So what I do is, I like the claw grapple. One of the reasons I like it is it's so simple. It goes right over your forks, it mounts to your forks, and when you get your forks underneath the tree, the grapple comes down and it holds it. This allows you to cut all the way up to the forks. Then what I do, I lift the claw, and then I can cut between the forks. So this way, with a regular grapple, you might have 5 foot of grapple going on. And to me, that's a little bit of hassle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I work it. With this grapple, I'm going to come in, I'm going to grab this tree. This is an ash tree. I'm going to say it's probably 20 inches around, 20 inches across, I guess, by 8 foot. It'll handle a lot more than that, this tractor, but I don't want to beat my equipment, so I've been cutting everything down to 8 foot because I cut everything up in 16-inch increments, so it works out good. Unless it's something real small. If it's something that's, 12 inches or what have you, then I'll just leave it whatever length it is and grab that thing. I'm going to come in, I'm going to grab this, I'll back it up, I'll hold it up, I'm going to start my saw, and then I'm going to show you how I cut it up and how I do it. Pretty simple. It saves me time, and time is money. One of the things that I like about getting trees out of my own woods, I don't have to pay for logs. They're free. One of the things I don't like is it takes a little bit of time. I mean, I got a creek that runs through here, it's rocky, and you can bust up equipment, so I'm very careful on that. One of the benefits to cutting these trees down in my woods is every tree I cut down here is ash. They're all infested with this ash beetle. So I've said it millions of times. I try to drop those trees. My kids come back here. They hunt, they paintball, they do all kinds of stuff back here. I don't need a tree falling on my kids, something that I could have prevented. So anyway, I'm just going to show you real quick what I do and what works for me. Again, this might not work for you, but this is what I do. do. Makes it easy on me. You can raise and lower your fork so you're not bending over as much. Also, you were able to see how I was able to cut between it. Sometimes I'll go through, sometimes I'll just do my lines and then I'll dump it depending on how close I am to the forks. Other than that, pretty simple. Like and subscribe.